Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. It's pretty much winter now, we're nearly at November. I've managed to get my hands on young Magnus, who's not been out with me for a very long time. He's been gallivanting around the world. I'm mad at him because he went to Mexico and didn't go spearfishing. I think he regrets that now. So we're gonna go and see if we can find some fish. I'm gonna hit some spots where I shot that big 11-pounder. I've spent the past 2-3 weeks, or to be fair, maybe the past couple months, with bad sinus infections, and trying to get rid of that has been a nightmare. But I feel really good now, so I'm going to go take it easy and see how it goes. And we've got perfect weather for it today too. With a quick check of the anchor, making sure it was all okay, and grabbing blue steel, it was time to see what was out there. It looked like the viz was in our favour. I headed straight out to where the reef drops off, where I've seen a lot of fish life before. I've done a few warm-up dives, so I'm happy to go out to the deeper marks. This is, again, 10 meters below, and I'm in luck. As soon as I get to the bottom, fish pretty much everywhere. No monsters, but this one swims a little bit too close to the spear. With this not being a very big fish and me managing to stone shot it, mainly because it was right at the end of my spear, I got it straight to surface and straight in with the knife, bleeding it. And I do find this really does help the meat quality, and it's just good to get it over and done with. With me finding the mark, it's time to get Magnus down there. So Magnus preps up for a dive, and he was down a good amount of time, which is really good to see because he's been out of the water for a while. And what does he do? He comes back up with a fish. He's a very happy boy at this moment. As we were carrying on diving, we started to hear a pretty big whirling noise in and around the water. It was unbelievably loud that you wouldn't believe. So I got to surface, and what did I see? A massive cruise ship or fishing ship right on the other side of the Voe, basically coming into Lerwick. And that's a long way away, so think how big that prop is to make that sort of noise all the way over there. But it didn't seem to put the fish off, as I was back down there and I managed to find some bigger fish. Now, I found the bigger fish. Doesn't mean I hit the bigger fish. I seen this thing cruising on in, and I knew it was a bit of a lump. But I just thought it was out of range, so I waited and waited, and I pulled the trigger maybe a couple seconds too late, as this fish flinched just at the wrong moment and I missed, or it was just out of range. This could have been a little bubble coming out of my snorkel or something, who knows, but I didn't get it. with Magnus up on top, breathing up as well, supporting me, I headed back down and I found this really nice flat rock that I could hide just behind, and in the distance I seen 3 slabs. Now these fish did look a lot bigger, but they were very far away, so I got in with the grunting and they started coming closer and closer. I left this so long because I was trying to find which one was bigger, even if it was by a couple of centimeters. But at the end of the day, you just need to pull the trigger. So I picked one that was a perfect shot and I managed to bag him. Since this was a bigger fish, it did start pulling straight away. I didn't get the stone shot, but I loosened the reel off enough that I could easily go up to the surface, and if it wanted to take more line, I could let it take more line. But I decided to keep a constant pressure on it so it wouldn't go into the rocks. You can see though, I've got a good old shot on it. It's got a firm hold, the spear and the flopper, and I just slide my hand down right to the end of the spear and pin it into the flopper, which gives me a good old hold, ready to put it out of its misery. Woo-hoo! So we've done some pretty good diving there. We're in the 10 meter, 13 meter range. Magnus shot a belter, absolutely stoned it, which helps. And then I shot a smaller one. You can pick it up if you like. Put a small one up, yeah. I shot a smaller one. I managed to stone it as well. It's kind of got a funny shaped head, but we did see some big ones in the distance, and eventually I managed to get one, which is a bit of a girthy fish. We're pretty happy with it. Just a little bit seasicky at the minute with that lazy swell. Make it look a bit worse. So we're maybe going to try somewhere else. We could probably just plug fish here all day, but we might as well have another explore somewhere and have some water and food before we start throwing up in the water. What do you think? Yeah. So we were going to go to another spot. Well, after going to the beach, Magnus was a little bit seasick, and so was I, to be honest. We found a new way of baiting the fish. It's not quite ideal, is it, Magnus? So he's split his arse cheek, basically. So we're going to head in. There's no point diving like that, you're going to get bloody freezing. So we're going to head in. We shot a couple of fish anyway and get them sorted. I'll be able to get the boat out of the water while it's nice high tide anyway. So that's that. We're going to put one in because it is lovely. Let me see your arse cheek. Well, we've gotten back to the pier successfully, but Magnus is holding the boat a really weird way. I don't know why.